My mic's not up. My mic's not up. That's why I'm not talking. Duh. Now my mic's up. What up? Yo, the Pebble and Mike, my guy Mike, how are you doing, man? Mike, what up? I'm just gonna jump right into it. Listen, I'm tired, first of all, but that's here nor there. I tried to fight it throughout the tenure of Deshaun Watson, because I am a nice person. And that's what nice people do, Mike and the Pebble. They fight for their team and they fight for things that they want to work, right? And sometimes when it's right in your face and you see the evidence, you still fight, right? You're like, but just wait. Just maybe things might just work out for the better, and then you can say you held on and you fight the good fight. Well, it didn't work out that way for me, and it didn't work out that way for a lot of Cleveland Browns fans. Been crazy busy. Glad to see you. Glad to see you too, my guy. What up, the Pebble, Mike, Borderline Building. Glad to see all of you. And the biggest mistake in NFL history is now official. Whatever side you were on, whether you knew it from the beginning or whether you finally came around like me, Corey, the guy on your screen, it is official. Why is it official? I know I'm a day late talking about this because, I had other things that I had to do. The reason why it is now official is because the owner himself, Jimmy Haslam, has taken full responsibility for Deshaun Watson. Now, whether you hate him or you hate him, I don't know anybody that loves Jimmy Haslam. Whether you hate him or you hate him, you got to give a little respect. Just a teeny bit of respect for owning up to the Deshaun Watson debacle. You can hate him and hate him some more, but you gotta, hey man, at least you own up to it. He said, it's on me. We swung and we missed. He said we missed. And I quote, we took a swing and miss with Deshaun. We thought we had a quarterback. We didn't. And we gave him a lot of draft picks to get him. So we've got to dig ourselves out the hole. And I quote, crazy to pay that Watson will still be QB1 over Pickett if we don't get another QB. This team is so laughable. We're going to get one, Jix. We're getting a quarterback. Quote me on that. At least Haslam is becoming a responsible owner. That's right, Borderline. Hey, Corey, been listening to an ad, so I missed a little. Sure, you didn't really miss anything. You just missed me owning up to I held in as long as I could, and now it's official. The Deshaun Watson era is over. So we got to give credit to Haslam for that. But here is the interesting thing about Jimmy Haslam coming out and saying this quote when he did. Deshaun Watson's still on the team. So you usually say things like this when the quarterback is gone, or, you have a trade in place and you're about to hit send on that trade, or he's a free agent and he's going to sign with another team. But Deshaun Watson is still in the locker room. Deshaun Watson is, rehabbing from 2 Achilles injuries. He is still on the roster. And the owner is saying it's over. Goodbye, sir. We now have to dig ourselves out of this hole. So the owner, who was owning up to this mistake, is now saying we have to dig ourselves out of this hole and we have to find ourselves a new leader to lead the Cleveland Browns into the future. Even though the $230 million quarterback is still in the locker room and he has to hear his owner say, I swung and I missed. I think that's fascinating to say, hey, I missed, and now we got to start over. And the quarterback's right there in the locker room. I was defending Watson since 23 season, was rising before his injury, but this year stunk. It did, Jix. What up, everyone? What up, AAA? So I find that fascinating. And listen, there's no other way to slice it. It's been a disaster. It's been a debacle. We have been the laughingstock of every franchise in the NFL, no matter what we did to try. And man, I tried my best, Negan, AAA. Cheryl, Borderline, Jix, whoever's in the chat, make sure you like, make sure you share. If your notifications aren't working, turn them off, turn them back on. All that great stuff. Hello, how are you doing? I tried my best. We tried our best, but it stunk, okay? Deshaun Watson had flashes, and when he did, we held on to those flashes like a kid with cookies and milk. We held on with dear life, telling people, wait a minute, did you see him in the second half against Baltimore? Did you see what he did? Perfect, 14 for 14. Here we go, Cleveland. That's not what you want in a $230 million quarterback. You don't want to hold on to flashes. You want to hold on to multiple games of greatness. But what did we do? We held on to that because we wanted to believe greatness was coming. $230 million of greatness was about to walk through that door and lead us to victories. We held on to the little things when it came to Deshaun Watson. And that $230 million, what did it do? It made fans take mediocre quarterback play and rise it to eliteness in Joe Flacco. This isn't a dig. It is proof. Watson was so bad. We took average play and rose it to greatness that we would do for no other quarterbacks because Watson was that bad at the quarterback position. It's the truth. He stunk that bad. What up, Negan? One man's trash should be the Browns' trash too. Houston got rid of him for a reason. Good to be back with my boy. What up, Jacob? What is everybody going to say if we draft Jalen Monroe and he takes the number 4? He can't take it. Watson's still here, Jeff. He's still here. What up, Harry? What if Watson didn't try to truck the safety against Tennessee? That is where his shoulder messed up that game. He looked amazing bouncing back after the Steelers game. Hey, Jix, what if? What if Baker doesn't throw that pick? You hate the what if game, right, man? Them what if games. Do not draft Milroe. He stinks. I didn't hold on to crap. Watson sucked, and I was screaming in the streams. You didn't hold on. Jeff, I will give it to you. You were right. There's one thing, Jeff, in the stream you know about me. I may not be the most popular streamer in the world. I may not get all the likes and all that stuff, but I am an honest person, and when I'm wrong, I am wrong, and I will give credit when credit is due. Jeff, from day one, he yelled from the mountaintops that Watson sucked, and I didn't want to believe him, okay? I didn't want to believe him. So I shut my window. and here we are. Jackson Dart. Watson has a great arm. We got him right still. Right, fella? Deshaun Watson looks so bad that we only have Kenny Pickett on the team and he's still a better option. Yes, I can't forget Mike. I cannot forget Mike. From day, you know what? Mike was yelling before Watson was even on the team, I think. I heard him in the bleachers before he was even on the team. I got to give Mike his credit as well. Draft Will. No, I don't want Will Howard, and I'm a Buckeye fan. Will Howard did well for the Buckeyes. You see, I have a Braxton Miller jersey and I have a helmet, but Will Howard needs weapons around him. We don't have that. I don't want Will Howard. If we're going to go the later rounds, I don't think he fits well with Cleveland. I think he needs those weapons. This is my opinion. I watched every game. I'm a Buckeye fan. Buckeyes were loaded. Jeremiah Smith, Trevion Henderson, Emeka Egbuka, Quinshon Judkins. But that's just me. There is a non-zero chance we will see Watson this season. We're not going to see him. I don't think he's going to take another snap. When your owner comes out, the man who says, I'm responsible for this debacle, when the man is still on the team and says we swung and we missed, it's over. He's not taking another snap on this football team. Over. Book it. Put your favorite bookmark and place it in the page of the Cleveland Browns. It is over. Thank you, Jeff. I try to keep it 100, Jeff. It's one thing I try to do is keep the integrity when you are on camera, where you are doing something. When you're off camera, you can say whatever you want. You can lie. Nobody's going to know. But I try to keep the integrity. Thank you, Jeff. I try my best. Jalen Monroe, I think, is who we're going to get, his former coach. I hate the way we went about it. Believe people should have second chances. When we actually signed Watson, I was gutted because I hated him. I wish this trade would have worked out. Any elite player from Watson and we would win the Super Bowl, but the Browns are cursed. He was a great player, but he's an icky person. He made me feel icky. We'll see Deshaun Watson again in workout videos and all Browns gear. If it would have worked out, I would have rooted and I tried to get on board this year. How could we move on from Watson so quickly? So quick. I don't think it was quickly, Earl. I don't think it was quickly. I went through the pain, Earl, every single year. Every watch party. It was not quickly for me. I don't know about you. I told you he was done after last year. I hate that I was right. Sometimes it sucks to be right, doesn't it, Jeff? 3 years has not been quickly. Did you hear the news about Kirk Cousins being spotted in Cleveland? I did not. I heard Pittsburgh was looking at Kirk Cousins. I did not hear Kirk Cousins being in Cleveland. I did not hear that news. I know Pittsburgh's waiting on Aaron Rodgers. I heard they might look at Kirk Cousins. I know the Browns have been linked to Kirk Cousins since 1993, seems like it. But I did not hear him being spotted in Cleveland. That is news to me. I don't know this Tyler. What is it? What is this new fascination with Tyler? I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Tim, so I don't want to butcher it. You know I'm bad with names, Tim, and if you don't know, ask the chat. I'm terrible, so I'm not going to say his last name. I just say Tyler for now. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. What is the fascination with him? I've seen Jackson Dart. Do I need to react to him now? I'm impressed with Jackson Dart. Drew Allar, everybody got off him really quick when he was terrible in his last playoff game. Nobody talks about him anymore. What is this new fascination with Tyler? Let me know. Brandon Weeden 2.0, though, if you say that doesn't impress me. Brandon Weeden was not good. Okay? That's not impressive to me. All right, Jeff, have a good one. If you're leaving, I see the deuces, or if you're just saying, yo, peace, what up, bro? I don't know. But if you're leaving, have a good one, Jeff. I appreciate you. Watson was worth the try. Jacob, well, in hindsight 2020, I'm going to say no because he sucked. You tell me, do you think it was worth it? After you look at all of it, it wasn't, because he played absolutely terrible, and then he was injured a lot. Carter at 2, a mid-chill this season, so we can get. Here's the thing with the whole Arch Manning thing. You're not guaranteed to get Arch Manning. So I don't like that scenario. You can get Carter all you want. That's fine. But there's no guarantee to get Arch Manning. You can't guarantee, one, you're going to get that draft, hit it right to get Arch Manning. And two, you're going to have to be trash again to get him. And I don't want to be trash again. Going 3-14 is enough for me for one season. Doing it again is torture. You're going to have to be bad to get Arch Manning again. I don't want to go through that torture. Am I the only one that feels that way? Do we want to be tortured again? Am I the only one? Tyler's 25? Nah, I'll pass on that. No, thanks. No. I'm good. I'm good on that. 25? He better be good. He'll be 26 years as a rookie? Andrew Berry lights up when he talks about Travis Hunter. Something to look at. Okay. He has not played a lot, Cottonwood Slim. Well, first of all, his last name's a Manning. So whenever your last name's a Manning, Cottonwood, you're going to get that hype, right? And if you watch him, Cottonwood, it's the aura that he has around him. Back in the day, in my era, Cottonwood, it was called swag, right? But you don't say it anymore. It's his aura. If you just look at him, The reason why they wanted him in the game, and he has a certain aura around him, and them players want to play with Arch Manning. When Quentin Ewers went out, you just feel the energy shift when he came in the game. The mobility, he can throw the football. Like a Manning that can run is weird, right? It's weird. Now I forget what Manning could run. I know what Peyton or Eli, was it Cooper Manning actually can run a little bit? But seeing a Manning that run in the NFL it's something that's weird, right? But he's mobile. He can throw the football. He has aura around him. So that's why the hype is so real. He hasn't played a lot of football, but when he was in the game, he just brought new energy to Texas offense when he got into that football game. So if Quentin Ewers even came back this year, I don't know. Texas, I don't even know if they would have wanted him back. And that's no shade towards Quinn Ewers, but Manning is just that dude right now. So I see why there's hype around him. But seeing him next, I see him in the horseshoe early in the season. We've been tortured since we signed our souls to be Browns fans, so why not one more year? I can't do one more year, Jix. I can't do it. Like, it's one thing to be surprised that you suck, all right? It just slaps you across the face. It's another thing going into the season knowing you're going to be absolute trash. I can't do it. I just can't. What if we get Sanders at 2, trade our 33rd, and some to move back into the first round for Travis Hunter? I don't know if he'll last that long in the first round. I don't know how far we'd have to move up. Arch is going to the Giants. You guys stop wasting your time on him. Watson at 230 mil. Arm, right? He did have 230 million. Yes, 230 million. Arm, I don't know, $230 million for the complete package, Jacob. I don't know if it was just his arm. We're Browns fans. We like torture. If he was any good, he would already be in the NFL. Who? Manning? Or are you talking about the Tyler guy? The 25-year-old? Because Manning can't come to the NFL right now. He's not eligible. Or are you talking about Tyler, AAA? 50 years of Browns fan. I'm an alcoholic. Why not guarantee an elite QB? Let's bite the bullet this year and open the new stadium with Arch. Because you're not guaranteed to get him. There's no guarantee you're going to get. What if he gets injured? Then what? There's never guaranteed to get any player in the draft. Nothing is guaranteed. You know what you are guaranteed? The number 2 pick this year. That you're guaranteed. So you're guaranteed you can get a quarterback at number 2 this year. There's nothing guaranteed next year. You don't know what could happen next year. You talking about Show. Okay, is that how you say his name? Show? I don't know. Is that how you say his name? I probably butchered it. Shedeur for sure? You want Shedeur? Kirk met with doctors? He met with the doctors in Cleveland? Did he go to the Cleveland Clinic? Do not draft Carter. Our offense scored 20 points only 3 times. We need an offensive player, either a QB or Hunter. Why draft another end? Our defense doesn't need any help. I think we need help on both sides of the ball. Our defense wasn't, it took a step back last year. So I'm not going to say our defense doesn't need help, but our offense needs more help. Only scoring 20 points or more 3 times is diabolical, okay? That is atrocious. That should not even happen. Only scoring 20 points 3 times or more. Despicable. Spell it. You would love Travis Hunter. So let me ask you a question. Can I do a poll here? Can I do a poll? I can do a poll. Oh, Lovey Marie's not here. Lovey Marie left me. She doesn't like me anymore, but that's okay. You can tell her I said that too. She doesn't like me anymore, but it's okay. We're going to do a poll. We're going to do a poll. All right. If you can't get a quarterback, who would you rather draft? I didn't put that in the question, but this is the question. Get 2 picks. You can't put neither. You got to pick one. All right. As soon as I can click it. There we go. Vote. Go. Vote. Vote, 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 vote. Who would you rather have, Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, if you're not taking a quarterback at 2? Go. That would have took too long to put in the question. Just, you know. If we don't draft Hunter or Carter in the first draft was a failure, Travis Hunter would immediately be receiver number 2 and corner 2. I won't mind having either one, though. Okay. All right. Who would you rather have if they don't take a quarterback at 2? Go ahead, get your vote in right now. Love you, Marie, special, but she doesn't love me no more, so she's never here. I was for Carter, but now I'd like Hunter and then would love to get Milroe later. So what made you move on from Carter to Hunter, Cottonwood Slim? Should I react to Travis Hunter? I know all about Travis Hunter, but I have been on a reaction roll lately until the draft. Should I react to Travis Hunter even though I know all about his game? I'd be happy with either. Months ago, I would have said Carter, but we have to get this playmaker. Hunter and Howard. What is with this? What's with Will Howard now? What's with this Will Howard? I love Buckeye players, but I don't want Will Howard. I think he needs weapons, and we don't have the weapons. Just in my humble opinion. Now, if we get him, I'm not going to cry because he's a Buckeye. Listen, the helmet's right behind me. I'd rather have Jackson Dart if I had to pick. But Will Howard is a gamer. He's a gamer. I tell you what, Will Howard's got that fire. Travis Hunter and Jalen Milroe. React to Travis. So you want me to react to Travis Hunter, Jeff? Okay. Has anybody watched the reaction videos? Yes or no? Just intrigued by the athleticism we could add to offense. Trade every single pick that the Browns will ever have for all 32 first round picks. I would like both too, but lean towards Travis because we need help on the offensive side of the ball. I think passing Carter would prove to be like passing Miles back in the day. You think Carter's going to be that good? Who said Hunter's not a weapon? Oh, if they get Hunter. Yeah, that's a weapon. I see what you're saying. I'm just saying a multitude of weapons, Negan, like like he had in college, right? Jeremiah Smith. Like I said right now, Negan, if Jeremiah Smith was in the draft, you're picking him right now over anybody. That's how good he is. You know what I'm saying? He's better than Travis Hunter, in my opinion. And that's not because I'm a Buckeye. I think he's better than Travis Hunter right now as a wide receiver. I mean, I'm talking about like the multitude of weapons that he had at Ohio State. You know what I'm like? Jeremiah Smith, Travion Henderson, Quinshon Hudkins, Emeka Egbuka. I mean, he had so many weapons on that offensive side of the ball. That's all I'm saying. You got to do a reaction to Jalen Milroe as well at some point. You want me to do Jalen Milroe as well? Another Micah Parsons? That's not a bad thing. Micah Parsons, that's not a bad comparison. Where is, somebody said, who was it? Somebody said on my last video that, I forget who it was. They're not in the chat though, I don't think. Who did he compare him to? That Carter was Mingo 2.0. I thought that was very disrespectful to Abdul Carter. My only concern about Hunter is the size. The boy's heart is elite. Yes, bro. React to everything. Keep us entertained until draft night. Would be dope if you stream the draft. I won't do the entire draft. The Pebble. I think the entire draft is boring. Like when you get to those later rounds, I can't do it. Like I'm just being honest with you. I cannot do the entire draft. Like somebody would have to sponsor me to do the entire draft. Like I just can't do it. But I can do the first round though. I can do the first round if people will show up. I can do the first round. The entire draft though, nah, I just can't. Like that's just me though. I'm not saying that's just not my cup of tea to do the entire draft. Like, you know, Browns literally can go Hunter first round, Juckins second round, Howard much later. So you want Hunter, Colorado, Juckins. I'd rather have Travion Henderson than Quinshon Juckins. I think Travion Henderson He's faster, more explosive, better blocker, better receiving back to me, in my opinion. Just my opinion. But yeah, but back to the main objective of this stream was the Deshaun Watson era was over. The biggest mistake in NFL history by the Browns is complete. I don't know one that was bigger. Now, I haven't been alive for the entire history of the NFL, so I could be a little bit biased, but I don't know a trade that was worse than what can somebody name me one? Was there a trade worse than what the Browns did? Was there one? Somebody let me know, because I don't know the entire history of the NFL trades. I know this one. And for what was given up at the time and what was paid, now it's not the highest paid quarterback ever anymore. I think I think Dak Prescott got more money. I'm probably missing somebody else. Not guaranteed wise, but I know Trevor Lawrence got more money. Is there anybody else that got more money that I can think of? Let me know in the chat if I'm missing something. But picks, money, expectations, division of a fan base. I'm talking about the totality of everything combined. Is there a bigger trade that I don't know of? Maybe I wasn't alive, or maybe I'm having tunnel vision, or I'm having Cleveland Browns glasses on. Is there a trade that I don't know of, not alive in the era? Like I said, fan division, draft picks, money, that's bigger failure than the Deshaun Watson trade. Let me know right now in the chat. Is there one? You'll be here. Will Howard is going to be a good backup. That's about my opinion. Jets and Aaron Rodgers, just because they got Devontae Adams in the trade as well and got rid of him after 1 year. 2 years. He got injured the first year. I hated the Paul Warfield trade at the time, but it was nowhere near as bad as Watson. The 49ers trading up for Trey Lance. I don't think that touches Deshaun Watson. They didn't have to pay any large money for Trey Lance. Now, you can say it was a bad pick, but it's nowhere near the magnitude of Deshaun Watson. So I'm really going to have to axe that Trey Lance one there. Nobody expected Trey Lance to be like, a franchise savior. Deshaun Watson was brought in here, number one, to be a franchise savior. And then, what up, Chuck? What up, Chuck? What up? And then number two, I didn't even bring this part up. He was replacing some people's on their Mount Rushmore quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield, okay? Baker can do no wrong, Mayfield. Some people have him on their Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks, not me, but I'm just saying. So he had to replace Baker, number one, and then number two, save a franchise, okay? Because they were crying that Baker Mayfield was gone, so he had to save this franchise, and he didn't do it. So Trey Lance didn't have that expectations put on him, and his money wasn't even close to what Deshaun got. So I don't think Trey Lance was even in the same chapter as Deshaun Watson when it comes to trades. Bears moving up for Mitch Trubisky in the Mahomes draft. Now that's a whiff. That's a whiff. Mitch Trubisky over Mahomes. Now that's a big miss. That's a miss. Now they didn't have to pay Mitch Trubisky like the Browns had to pay Mahomes. Like the Browns had to pay Watson. But there are other teams that missed on Mahomes too. So it wasn't only Chicago. And there were analysts who didn't think Mahomes would be that good. So, Negan, it's a very good one. But I can't just solely put that on the Bears that missed out on Patrick Mahomes. So, I'm still not going to say it's bigger than Watson, but it's a whiff. That's a good one, though. You got me on that one, Negan. I had to think. I had to Off the top of my head, I think the reasons why it's not as bad as Watson, because picking Mitch Trubisky over Patrick Mahomes is diabolical. Holy crap. That's a good one. Good. That's a good one, Negan. Mike Ditka trading his entire draft for a running back, but even that wasn't bad. Okay, what was the Ricky Williams trade? Is that what you're talking about, Cottonwood? Now, I don't know that trade, so you're gonna have to time me in on that one. To the New Orleans Saints, is that what you guys are talking about? Miami to New Orleans? Broncos trading for Russell Wilson. To do this, his team traded every pick he had in the draft, plus 2 first, 3 picks in the 2000 draft for the 5th overall, which he selected Ricky Williams. The New Orleans, okay. Dang. Yeah, ooh. That's a lot. Now, Ricky didn't play. I'm gonna have to look. How did Ricky do? And say, I would have to look at see how he performed. That's a lot. That's a lot. First 3 picks, 5th overall pick for Ricky. I'm still not going to put Watson. I'm still not going to say Watson because of the money guaranteed, right? Here's why. The money guaranteed, number one, $230 million, never done before at the quarterback position, right? The games played after the acquisition of the trade, and then the off the field issues you knew you were getting yourself into when you acquired Deshaun Watson. So I'm still going to say no to the Ricky Williams trade, but that is a lot of picks. It's a lot of picks. That is a lot of picks. So I'm still going to say no. I still think Deshaun wins. But you guys throw some good ones out there. You guys know trades I didn't even know about. And you guys are coming up with them quickly, too. But you guys got some strong stuff. I didn't think you guys come up with anything. I didn't think you guys come up with nothing. You guys are coming up with some good stuff here. I'm very impressed. You guys know your stuff. But I still don't think it beats Watson. I just don't think it can. Because first of all, the position of quarterback, when you miss on the quarterback position, you're digging yourself out of a hole, like Jimmy Haslam said. And he's still on the team. That's what gets me. He's still on the team. That's wild to me. Yeah, we blew it. Bro, I'm working out right now. What are you talking about? You're old. Oh, you're older than me. Hey, man, I still got to give you your props. I still like it, man. Older than me or not. Some good stuff. You've been thinking a lot about this. Browns Andre Rison trade was terrible. What up, NIG? You've been missing in action, man. Where you been? See how I get on people when I don't see them for a while? What was the, I remember Andre Rison. I don't remember the trade, but I remember him being on the team. We always get receivers when they're like a shell of themselves. 49ers got lucky. They drafted a guy in the 6th round and replaced the 1st round pick in the same draft. Yes, Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. They got lucky. If you go back, Cowboys traded Herschel Walker for 8 draft picks from the. I do remember something about her 8 draft picks. Shout out to AAA, my guy. Thank you so much. $10 donation. There have been a ton of really bad trades in NFL history, a lot comparable to Watson. Probably not as bad as when it comes to the moolah. The moolah. That's the thing, AAA. It's the money. Speaking of money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Thank you for a $10 donation, my guy. Thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Speaking of that, members, I need a 3-year badge. 3-year badge suggestions. I was thinking of the number 36 for 36 months, 3 years. Remember, badges are not so big, so you don't see it too much. So if you have any ideas for a 3-year badge, let me know. I have to get it made because the 36 months is coming up quickly here. So if anybody has any ideas for members, let me know. Thank you, AAA. Thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the $10 donation. RG3 was a terrible trade. Yes, but nothing beats the moolah the Browns dished out for Deshaun Watson. The time the Browns traded defenses with Denver. AAA is a GOAT. I'm drinking my pop backwards. So yeah. So I have gotten let me end the poll first of all. In the poll, what do we got? We got 20 votes, 69% Travis Hunter, 30% Abdul Carter. So this chat wants Hunter over Carter. Interesting. RG3 is the only reason that was a bad trade is because he got injured and was forced to play and messed himself up even more. Hunter by far. So I got some said want me to do a reaction to Travis Hunter, and some wanted me to, one person wanted me to do a reaction to Milroe. Draft is April 20. When is the draft? NFL draft 2025. It is April 24th is the first round. That is a Thursday. Okay. All right. So we got about a couple more weeks until the draft. We're going to see what's going to happen. Still a bad trade. I don't care about Watson's feelings. He didn't care about it. Won't say it. Trade Watson and number 1 pick the Steelers. Call it even. Listen, once they're not in the team anymore, y'all know I don't care. Except number 24 to the left to me. Hopefully he comes back. But anybody else, I could care less. Who's your favorite for this draft? I still want a quarterback at number 2. That's just me. And the only reason why I say that, I'm not going to be one of them people that they don't get who I want. I hate the team and I'm going to cry or all that. No, I want them to pick who they think is best. They are scouting more than I am, but I just don't want to be that team who doesn't take the quarterback at number 2, and then that quarterback ends up flourishing, and then we go, oh man, dang, we could have had them. That's me. You have a chance to get a quarterback on the cheap, okay? We don't have any money. We just don't. We're strapped. We're broke. You can't just go get a young quarterback nowadays. You have your chance to do it. Obviously, Cam Ward is the slam dunk pick. But I don't want to trade up to go get Cam Ward because I think that's stupid. I don't think you give up a whole bunch of stuff to go up one more spot to get Cam Ward. I don't think he's that much better than Shedeur Sanders to go and do that. If Shedeur Sanders is there and you like what you see, you grab him. If you don't think he's that much better, then let's say a Jackson Dart or whoever you can get at that tier a little bit lower and you believe that that can be your guy for the future and you want to go ahead and get an Abdul Carter, a Travis Hunter, shore up a skilled position, then I'm not mad at that either. But I would want to get a quarterback at number 2 because I think for an NFL team to be great, you have to have a great quarterback. The days of having an average quarterback and winning doesn't happen anymore. People can diss Jalen Hurts all they want. He's a good quarterback. Now, he has a good team, but he's a good quarterback. The days of having a Trent Dilfer and winning a Super Bowl is not going to happen. I think Shedeur Sanders can be a good quarterback in the NFL. I think Cam Ward's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL, but it's up to the Browns to think, are they good enough to pick at the number 2 pick? I don't think Cam Ward is going to last to be number 2. So is Shedeur Sanders good enough in their eyes? We'll have to wait and see. But that's just my opinion. If they do it, they do it. If they don't, I'm not going to cry a river because they believe that a quarterback in the later rounds is the way to go. But that's it for me. Keep your notifications on. If you haven't watched the latest reactions, go ahead and check them out. I've did them on Jackson Dart, Abdul Carter, Cam Ward, and Shador Sanders. Make sure that you go ahead and watch all those videos. If you haven't, make sure you like, make sure you share, do all that great stuff. If you don't get my notifications for whatever reason, turn your notifications off, turn them back on so you are notified whenever I am live, whenever a video pops up. It will be greatly appreciated. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your closest, anybody you know, because we're the most interactive stream on the planet. What did I miss here? 20 days ago, I want Carter, but we need Hunter. Worst trade ever. Sean Kemp to Cleveland. Ward should be your first choice. And if not, Dart. I'm praying Tennessee takes Hunter or Carter, then we just take Cam. This draft for quarterbacks is like Kenny Pickett quarterback draft class. I like Jalen Monroe. You can't teach athleticism. The accuracy issues he has can't be fixed. Can be fixed. Trade down QB in 26. Thanks. Peace out. Abdul Carter is the best player in the draft. You know they used to talk crap about Lamar Jackson being a running back. Very good. Look at Lamar now. Top 5, top 3 quarterback in the NFL. That's it for me. What streamer you know is going to read all your comments and does not even make you pay to read? That's all I got to say. Until next time, you know the drill. It's all love. Peace.